You're gonna visit Spain but don't have enough money. You wish you could stay for some time there to explore its many wonders. A working holiday visa lets you do both of them. Two birds, one stone. You can work part-time to pay for your expenses as well. Watch this video till the end to learn how to apply for a Spain working holiday visa. Hey everyone, I'm Behnam from the Visa Library. This channel gives visa information and the latest news and updates. First things first, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell and download the free cheat sheet my team has prepared from the link in the description. You should also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Now, let's begin. Let me ask you this before you take any steps. Are you eligible to apply and receive a Spain working holiday visa? Not everyone is qualified to receive it. There are some eligibility principles. Do you know any of them? Here they are. The first one is your nationality. You must be a national or citizens of the eligible countries, have a passport from one of them to apply for a Spain working holiday visa. The eligible countries are Australia, Canada, Japan, South Korea, New Zealand. If your country signs an agreement with Spain in the future, you become eligible to apply for a working holiday visa. There is also an age requirement for the nationals of eligible countries. Citizens of Australia must be aged 18 to 30. Citizens of Canada must be aged 18 to 35. Citizens of Japan must be 18 to 30 and citizens of South Korea must be 18 to 30. Also, citizens of New Zealand must be aged 18 to 30. If you're younger or older, you may not apply. The second item is the first time using the program. Spanish national law permits you to use the working holiday visa only once. You may not apply for it if you have used the program before. The third requirement is language proficiency. You need to speak a little Spanish to qualify for a Spain working holiday visa. The officials might not require proof of it, but they might test your language proficiency. The fourth item is to have some funds. You must have enough funds or money to support your basic costs in Spain. You can work for a limited time, but you must have enough money to pay your initial expenses. You have to submit bank statements proving you can cover your basic expenses in Spain. Remember that you cannot extend your visa and you have to return to your home country. So you must purchase your return ticket or have enough money to go back. The fifth requirement is that you must apply alone. You cannot bring your family to Spain under a working holiday visa. If you want to bring your family to Spain, you have to find another visa option. The sixth requirement is a job offer. Having a job offer is a must for a Spain working holiday visa. You must find a position with a Spanish employer and finalize your employment. Your initial employer must meet the conditions for hiring foreign workers for holiday employment. Also, the Spanish employer must have advertised the job and not found anyone for it. If it's not so, the officials will not accept that you take the job. Remember that you may not work for a Spanish employer for longer than 6 months. There are ways you can find a job in Spain. I'll explain them a bit later. The seventh requirement is having the intention to leave Spain. You have to leave Spain when your visa expires and you have no permission to stay after it. It's also mandatory to submit proof that you have ties to your home country and will leave Spain. Emotional and financial ties of your home country can suffice. Alright then, how should you begin the process now that you know you're eligible? Keep watching to find out. The first step is to find a job offer in Spain. It might take some time to find an appropriate job in Spain, so you should begin this stage a bit early. Keep in mind that the points I told you about the job. Your employer must be qualified to offer you a position and it cannot be filled by a Spanish national. These are some of the positions you can work in them: language teacher, waiter, receptionist, barista, model, cook, kitchen assistant, jobs in information technology, and other jobs in the service and tourism industry. Are you wondering how to find a job in Spain? You can find a job through the websites that advertise job positions. Here are some of the websites that you can find a job in Spain: Indeed, Monster, InfoJob, and other ones. Visit the Visa Library article to find a full list of websites that help you find a job in Spain. Prepare a resume and look for positions on websites. You can also ask the recruitment agencies to look for a job for you. Agencies like Jobs Agency FM, Casa Lista, Networkers, Talento, Conclusion and other ones. They can find you a job in Spain, but they get commission or cost you. There are various recruitment agencies. It's up to you to find an appropriate one and arrange employment with their help. After you find a job offer, you must sign an employment contract with the Spanish employer. It must contain every aspect of your employment. The more details, the better. Also, if the employer must apply for your work permit, he or she has to do it. And you must submit the proof to the Spanish embassy. Now you can gather the working holiday visa supporting documents to apply for it. But you can gather the documents while you are looking for a job to speed up the process. You don't need to rush Googling the visa requirements. Here is a list of documents you have to gather. Number 1 is the application form. You have to get the application form from the Spanish embassy website in your home country. They might have a separate application form, but you can find a sample of the application form from the link in the description. Complete it with your information, then print, date, and sign it. Number 2 is your passport. You must have a passport from one of the approved countries. Your passport for Spain working holiday visa must be valid for at least 1 year. Also, it cannot be older than 10 years ago at the time of application. If you've had other passports, submit a copy of them as well. Number 3 is your photo. You need 2 identical photos of yourself for the application. They must be passport size with white background. Remember that they cannot be older than 3 months ago at the time of application. Stick one of the photos to your printed application form. Number 4 is proof of having enough funds. You need bank statements for the latest 3 months to the date of application. If a sponsor will cover your expenses, provide his or her bank statements. The sponsor must provide a letter stating to cover your expenses as well. Ask the embassy for the required amount to cover your basic expenses in Spain. Having enough money for the first 6 months might be enough. Number 5 is the return ticket. You can buy a return ticket to leave Spain after your visa expires. If not, you can state having the financial means to buy the return ticket. It's good proof that you will leave Spain when your visa expires. Number 6 is the proof of accommodation. Submit the evidence of the place you will stay in Spain. You could provide a rental contract. In case you stay with a friend or family, provide exact details about him or her. Number 7 is the clean record certificate. Visit the police or judiciary officials in your home country to get a clean record certificate. The rules for issuing a certificate are different in countries. You have to figure out yourself. It cannot be older than 1 month at the time of application as well. Number 8 is the insurance. The insurance you purchase must be valid in Spain and the entire EU area. It must cover your expenses for up to €30,000 for hospitalization and repatriation. Number 9 is medical certificate. Your family doctor or a doctor approved by the embassy states that you have no medical condition that threatens the public. Visit the embassy website or contact them to know if they have a list of approved medical doctors in your home country or not. Number 10 is proof of education. You need the latest educational certificates or diploma. You need a certificate that states you have completed at least 2 years of higher education. If it's not in English or Spanish, get it translated by a verified translation office with a stamp, signature, and in their heading. You must have all of your documents translated into English or Spanish as well. This was a general list of supporting documents, but it's not all of it. The Spanish embassy in your home country might ask for further supporting documents. Ask them if they have a checklist of documents or not. After you're done gathering the documents, schedule a meeting with the Spanish embassy. You can book the meeting earlier to save time and speed up the process, but you must have enough time to collect the documents. You mustn't miss your deadline. Visit the embassy on the booked date and do not forget to bring the documents. If you need to prepare a copy of the documents, prepare them in advance as there is no copy service with the embassy. Submit the documents to the officials when you meet them. They will tell you if there are other instructions or things to do. You have to pay the fee for visa processing as well. The fee is different in each embassy and you have to ask the embassy how much it costs you. Also ask them how they receive the fees, cash, credit card, or you have to transfer them through their bank account. You might have to submit your biometrics as well, the digital photo and fingerprints. It's not a big deal and it will be done in a few minutes. The visa officer might ask you questions as well. It's an interview and you'd better prepare answers. These are some of the questions you have to answer. Why do you want to work in Spain? How do working holiday visa will help you, your career or your plans? The job you will take in Spain. Is the job related to your previous experiences? How much do you know about Spain and the city you are going to? Will you go back to your home country after your visa expires? Your background, family, education, work experience, and your plans after leaving Spain. After you completed the embassy meeting, wait for the results. The embassy will inform you of the results. The processing time is different for each embassy and applicant. You might have to wait from 1 to 3 months. You'd better submit a full list of documents and check anything to avoid delays or problems. If the answer is positive, they will inform you to get the visa label on your passport. Now you can move to Spain. Once you receive the Spain working holiday visa, you have only 90 days to enter the country. Remember that you have to enter Spain within 90 days. Otherwise, your visa might be revoked. One essential point to remember is that foreigner identity card. When you enter Spain, you have to apply for a foreigner identity card. Spanish law requires you to do it within the first month of your arrival. The processing for FID card could take a bit long, so you would better apply for it as soon as possible. The place you have to visit to apply for FID card is local foreigner's office or police station. Visit one of these centers and ask them how to get your FID card. Your visa is valid for 1 year, not longer. You have to leave Spain when your visa is about to expire. You have no permission to extend it. Apply for another Spain visa from inside the country. You have to leave Spain and apply for another visa from your home country. Alright then, this was all you must know about the Spain working holiday visa. If you have questions, write them down in the comments section. My team at the Visa Library will answer them. Before you leave, like this video, hit the bell, and don't forget to download the free PDF file my team has prepared from the link in the description. You should also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Until the next video, thank you all for watching.